Hi, it's Greg Colosi. That was my senior graduation picture. Go ahead and laugh. Everybody does. I was 17 years old then. No wonder it took to my wedding night for the first time. Anyway, sorry, you're probably laughing too. If you're seeing this, it's because we know each other. I'm not reaching out with an offer. I'm sharing something personal that changed how I think about family and legacy. It all started when I became a grandfather and realized that my grandkids or my kids don't really know my story. I built a lot of businesses in my life. I stopped counting at 33. But this didn't start a business. It started as a realization. My grandkids and kids know of me. They don't know the real me. They know my name. They know I'm their father and their grandfather, but they really don't know me deep down. And when I stopped and thought about it, I barely knew my own father's stories or my grandfather's, just fragments. Most families lose their stories in one generation. That's all it takes. Not because they don't care, but because nobody ever captures them. We always think, I'll do it someday. Well, you know what? Some days never come. So I decided to do something about it, not for anyone else, but for myself. I asked one simple question. If my kids and grandkids only had one thing from me, what should it be? Not the money, not possessions, not stuff, my stories, my voice, my experiences, the lessons that I learned the hard way. And I didn't want a journal. I didn't want homework, and I didn't want to sit down and try to write a book. So I approached this differently, like I did my last two books. And that is, I recorded my stories. I organized the stories by chapters of my life, and I turned them into a private life storybook for my kids and my grandkids. Here's what surprised me the most, is what came back to me. Stories I hadn't thought about in decades. Moments I never told my kids. Lessons I didn't even realize were lessons. It wasn't emotional every minute, but it was meaningful the entire time. After I finished my own book, people started asking questions. How did you do it? Where did you start? What questions did you use? What does the process look like? So I documented everything, the structure, the questions, the flow, exactly how I did it for myself. And if this connects with you at all, if this gets you thinking about your kids or your grandkids, I put together my ideas and I call it A Short Guide to Creating Your Life Story for Your Grandkids. It explains how I did this for myself and how the process works. No obligation, no rush, just information. If you'd like the guide, just reply back and say, send me the guide, and I'll send that out to you. That's it. Thanks for listening. Talk soon. Make it a great day. Bye.